My friend was telling me about this equation. It can only be solved using two ways, the quadratic formula and factoring.
Let's go look for it. It's probably in the algebra section. Now they're in the algebra section. Let's go look for the quadratic formula.
Whoa. What's that? Whoa. This is the quadratic formula.
Now let's use this to solve unfactorable problems.
Now that we have the quadratic formula, we can begin to solve. So you subtract the 3x and add the x squared to get all the variables on one side. So this would become negative 11x, and this would become 3x squared. This would stay as negative 4. And then with this, we can plug it into the quadratic formula as the a, b, and c value. So the quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c over 2a. So to do that, we'll do 11 plus the square root of 11 squared minus 4 times a, which would be 3, times c, which is negative 4, over 2a, which the a value is 3, and then you would plug that into your calculator to solve.
So first, you want to use the first parenthesis, then put your b value. Then you do plus or minus, and then you take the square root of the equation, which would then be negative 11 in square root. Then you square it, and then you do minus and another parenthesis 4 times a times c, and the a value is 3 and the c value is negative 4. Then you take 3 parentheses to finish it off and divide the whole thing by 6, which is your 2 times a value, and that gives you 4. Now that we have the positive equation, we can click second enter and replace it with the negative to get the negative version.
Now we need to factor our equation. So let's do the diamond method. Let's go to x. A times c is 20, and b is 9, and 4 and 5 add up to 9 and multiply it to 20. Now that we have these values, we can finish factoring it. So we would put this value over our a value, which is 1, and the other value for our a value, which is also 1. And we can't make it any smaller, and then this turns into x, so it'd be, and this comes down. So it'd be x plus 4 and x plus 5. One real-world situation that uses the quadratic formula is modeling throwing a ball.
This project has taught me a lot about how to do the quadratic formula and how to factor, because in the past, on tests and on quizzes, I didn't really know how to do it, and I feel like this has taught me a lot about it.
Yeah, we just wanted to spread our knowledge about factoring the quadratic formula for the people that didn't know how to do it or don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I also feel like this could be a useful teaching tool for kids in the future.
Because we're so good at factoring.